Electric cars are great to drive. They're quiet, incredibly responsive, and can offer an overall lower running cost. But if you're a first-time EV owner, there are a few things that you might want to think about before you set off on that first drive. Essentially, the way you drive any EV is the same, but they do have a few differences compared to, say, a petrol or a diesel car. So let's take a look at some of those now. The first thing we need to talk about is acceleration. With an EV, the torque is delivered immediately, so the acceleration you feel may be quicker than the car that you're currently driving at the moment, and that acceleration can take you by surprise. So to begin with, just take it steady until you get a feel for the car. And it's always a very good idea as well to familiarise yourself with all of the cockpit technology before you set off driving, just to avoid any distractions. Secondly, some EVs offer a one-pedal driving experience. This means that when you lift your foot off the accelerator, the car will begin slowing under braking, and this is called regenerative or regen braking, and it's effectively putting energy back into the battery. And with some EVs, you can set the regen braking levels from light to strong, but do be aware for the first few drives when you have it on that strong setting of the vehicles that are behind you, because when you lift your foot off that accelerator, the car might slow a little bit quicker than you were expecting. Having said that, the good news is most people can get to grips with this rather quickly and then find that it really is a great way to drive. The advantage of one-pedal driving is that you're able to start and stop the car in most traffic conditions using just the accelerator pedal. But at first, it's important to reassess your braking distances while you're getting used to the car. Now in EVs, this is particularly important because they are heavier than conventional cars due to the battery packs that are on board. And this is particularly noticeable in wet or wintry conditions. So take time to get accustomed to the car's handling, and where you can, try to apply smooth acceleration and braking. One of the unique things about EVs is that they're incredibly quiet. But because of this, you do have to be extra careful at low speeds and in pedestrianised areas such as car parks or outside schools, because the reduced noise of your EV will make it harder for cyclists and pedestrians, particularly those who may be visually impaired or easily distracted, from hearing an approaching EV and react accordingly. Animals too may not be quite so quick to hear you coming. And lastly, planning your journey. Range anxiety is the fear of your EV running out of charge before you get to your destination. And it can be a common concern for new EV drivers, especially as you start to head further away from home. However, as the charging network and charging options for owners is rapidly increasing, as is the overall capable range of a modern EV, safe to say this is fast becoming less of an issue. And the good news continues as there are plenty of apps to help you find charging stations, including those developed and operated by the car manufacturers themselves. And the car, well, it will always let you know when it's running low on range, and using the navigation guide you to the nearest available charging station. It is useful, however, to familiarise yourself with your EV's typical real-world range and know just how far you can go on a full charge. And for longer journeys, obviously make sure that your EV is fully charged before you set off, and then using the car's own navigational app, plan those charging stops along your route. Driving an electric car really is nothing out of the ordinary, and by familiarising yourself with these few handy tips, you'll be safely up to speed in no time and really enjoy your electric driving experience.